everyone. This morning we're going to be using a mudra called Akasha mudra. Akasha means space, and space is one of the 5 elements in the body. So each hand is the same. The tip of the thumb touches the tip of the middle finger. And I'll come closer and show you, like this middle finger. If this feels too energizing for you, you can hold the middle finger down with your thumb. It's a little less energizing. So you can experiment. This gesture activates the space element in the body. And in fact, we are made of about 99.999% space, even though we appear to be solid. Scientists tell us that in reality, we're mostly space. So a little bit hard to wrap our minds around that. But space is a very predominant part of our body, even if you think of, for example, the hollow organs like the stomach, the intestines, the lungs. And it is an element that actually encompasses all of the other 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and air. It's associated with the sense of hearing or listening. So this mudra, once again, Akasha mudra, tip of the thumb touches the tip of the middle finger. Go ahead and close your eyes. Settle into your body. You can just release the gesture for now, taking a moment to bring your attention inside. Relaxing inward. And just take a moment to become aware of the space inside of the body. And the space outside of your body. Become aware of your body and the space occupied by your body. Then go ahead and hold the gesture, noticing any effects from this mudra in terms of breathing pattern or change in direction of your attention. Noticing any subtle effects on your quality of mind or emotions, your quality of energy. So Akasha mudra is one that balances the 5th chakra, the 5th energy center located in the pit of the throat. And this is actually the seat of the air element in the body. On a physiological level, it's very balancing for the thyroid gland, which is of course located in this area of the body. And it's also said to bring better alignment to the cervical spine, the area of the neck, and the upper shoulders. And also can be very helpful for TMJ. So it can release also not only TMJ itself, but releasing tension in the jaw. It is activating for the thyroid gland. So it's very good for hypothyroidism. In other words, a thyroid gland that is has kind of a slow function. A little bit energizing. It balances an upward current of energy in the body, which moves upward on the inhale into the head and circulates around in the area of the brain. So it's very refreshing for the senses. Now on a more subtle level, this gesture can create more of an awareness of space between thoughts, which can be very helpful in stepping back from what can sometimes be a constant stream of stories in the head. So it can give us more distance and more discernment. So go ahead and take another moment to feel how this gesture is for you. And if you like it, you can use it when we pause in between postures and movements. And if it doesn't feel good for you, then you can instead just relax your hands. So go ahead now and relax your hands, stretch out your fingers, and then let the fingers relax. If your eyes are still closed, you can open them now. And we'll start with some neck stretches this morning, some head circles. So go ahead and extend your chin forward, bring your chin to the chest, and circle your arms behind you, either interlacing your fingers, keeping your hands low on the sacrum, or bringing your hands outward. I'll show you from behind, like this. Or you can even bring your hands into reverse prayer, like this. And we'll just circle the head. So extend the chin forward, bringing the chin to the chest. Breathe into the back of the neck. And then slowly circle your left ear to your left shoulder, dropping your right shoulder a little bit, breathing into the stretch on the right side of your neck. Slowly bringing the head back and over to the other side, pausing for a moment here, right ear to right shoulder, dropping your left shoulder a little bit. Breathe into the stretch. And then go ahead and circle slowly. Inhaling as the head goes to the side and back. Exhaling as it goes to the opposite side and down. Just enjoy the release of tension in the neck. Good, and then the other way. Excellent. As your chin comes back to your chest, release your hands, shake out your arms to release any tension in the shoulders, and then just pause for a moment, with or without the gesture, noticing especially what you feel in your neck. You might feel warmth, a flood of energy. Good. Releasing the mudra. Make your way now into table pose. We'll do a little bit of cat and cow to warm up the spine. So a nice stable position with the arms. The core muscles are working a little bit to make sure that if they're not working, you might find yourself dumping like this into the shoulders. So you want to be nice and flat in the back to start. And as you inhale, tilt the tailbone up, slowly feeling that movement, roll up the spine, lifting the head last. And exhale, drop the tailbone, rounding the spine. Flowing with your breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. This movement is a wonderful movement for keeping the spine flexible and supple. Also good for stimulating the flow of cranial sacral fluid in the body. Good. One more time in each direction. Excellent. Come back to center. Press your hips back towards your heels nice and slowly as you extend through your fingertips. Wiggle the hips down, eventually bringing the forehead to the floor. Relax. If your forehead doesn't reach comfortably, or if your hips are way up in the air, you can instead stack your fists and rest your forehead on your fists. Breathe, relax. Breathing into the back of the body. dropping into stillness and becoming aware of the space inside of the body, the space outside of the body. And what fills up that space? Energy, prana, chi. Good. Inhale, come back up to table. And we're going to come into a pose called the thread the needle pose. So you might want to watch first if you haven't done this before. There are 3 different variations, and it's important to really feel how this is for your body and stop at the variation that feels the best for you. So don't strain. So we're going to start by turning up your right palm. Slide your right hand underneath your left arm and come to rest on your right shoulder. So the important thing here is to really press into the left hand so you're supporting yourself so that your weight doesn't dump completely down onto your shoulder. Good, so this is the first variation, and for some people, depending on what's going on in your neck, this might be quite enough. Second variation, extend your left toes out to the side and roll a little bit more towards the back of the head and towards the shoulder, keeping that firm pressure on your left palm. Good. Third variation, raise the left arm up and back, rolling a little bit more towards the back of the head and shoulder. Extend forward through the sternum. Extend through your fingertips. Good. One more breath in. Exhale. First release the hand, then the knee, and slowly come out. It's a very deep stretch. So slowly come out. You can either stretch back into child's pose, as we did before, or you can stretch into downward dog. Releasing the head here, treading the heels. Good. And exhale, come back into table pose. 2 more cat and cows here. Inhaling up, exhaling forward. Switch sides. So I'm going to turn around, you can see me better. Stable table. Now turn your left palm up, slide it underneath your right arm, coming to rest first on the shoulder. Might feel different on this side, so once again, be careful. For some people, this pose actually doesn't feel good at all if you're depending on what's going on in your neck. Good. Next variation, extend your right toes out to the side, roll towards the back of your head. See how this feels. And if this feels okay and you want to go deeper, inhale your right arm up this time. Extending it back, extending forward through the sternum. And there's actually a pressure on your tricep on the floor, on the left tricep. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly come out. Hand comes down first, then the knee, then slowly come up, pressing back into child's pose, or up into downward dog. Releasing the crown if you're in downward dog. Breathe into the back of the body. Good. And exhale, come back into table. Step your right foot forward, coming into the knee down lunge. And then stretch your rear leg out. If you like, you can either stay with the knee down or stretch your rear leg back. Good. One breath in and out here. Exhale if you're in the runner's stretch, bring the left knee down. Inhale, raise the upper body. And stabilize yourself here by pressing down and forward into the front foot. Good. Now slide your left hand down your rear leg and lift and extend the right arm with the palm facing back, looking either straight up, or some of you actually might be able to come deeper into the pose, a slight back bend. The kneeling exalted warrior, pressing down and forward into that front foot to root yourself. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up. Bring your hands to the floor, step your right knee down, and now the opposite side. So first the knee down lunge. This one opens the hips a little bit more. And some of you might like to come into the runner stretch, extending out through the rear heel as you press down and forward into the front foot. Good. As you hold, become aware of the space inside of the body, the space outside of the body. Good. Bring that right knee down. And then coming into the kneeling exalted warrior. So press down and forward into that front foot first as you raise the upper body so that you feel nice and rooted. Sliding your right hand down the rear leg, inhaling the left arm up, and even coming back a little bit if you can. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. And now step your right foot forward, coming into a relaxed forward bend. Knees are soft, head relaxed. Good, and inhale, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Really enjoying every sensation as you come to stand. Closing your eyes along the way. And as you come up, just pause for a moment with the eyes closed. And holding the gesture if you like it. As we pause here, imagine that you're breathing in through all the pores of the skin simultaneously, as if you were a sponge. Feeling the spaciousness on the inside, the spaciousness around you. Perhaps even spaciousness between the thoughts. Good. And gently release the gesture if you're holding it. Open the eyes. Stand with your feet together or slightly separated and interlace your fingers outward. As you inhale, bring the hands up in front of the body. And as you exhale, turn palms towards the ceiling. Stretch. Good. Inhale, come up onto the balls of the feet. And if you can, exhale, turn to one side. And then the other. This is called the morning twist. It's very refreshing for the body, so it can be done any time of the day, of course. Coming back to center. And as you exhale, float the arms out to the sides, palms facing forward. Exhale, twist to your right, looking out over your rear thumb, if you have room. I'm bending my back arm up at the elbow and still looking. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Beautiful. Inhale, back to center. Good. Exhale. Release your hands to your sides. Once again, interlace the fingers outward. Inhale. Bring the arms up in front of the body. Exhale. Press palms towards the ceiling. Good. Now extend the chin forward and bring your chin to the chest. Good. Inhale. Bring your head back to center and press your Hands down and forward, looking up. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Palms about chest level with the palms facing down. And as you exhale, twist to your right, stretch out your arms, and then look over your front shoulder. So this is a nice neck and upper shoulder stretch. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, other side, and look over your front shoulder. Beautiful. Feel that nice stretch. Breathe into the stretch. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Push the arms down. Release the hands. Let them float out to the sides for a moment. Stretch through your fingers. Relax the shoulders. And then float the arms down, closing the eyes once again. Pausing. When we focus on the spaciousness around and inside of us, we become more aware of who we are beyond the physical boundaries of our body. So holding this gesture, once again, bring your attention to that spaciousness, inside and out. Become aware of the space between the breaths. That pause between the in and the out breaths. Good. And if you're holding the mudra, gently release it. Open the eyes. And come to a wide stance. We're going to do 1 or 2 standing poses. Turn your right foot out, your left foot partway in. And as you exhale, bring the arms out to the sides and bend the front knee, coming into Warrior 2. Press down and forward into that front foot, extend down and back through the rear foot and leg. Good. And coming here into the standing Exalted Warrior. So slide your rear hand down the rear leg, turn your right palm up, and inhale. Come into the Exalted Warrior. Press down and forward into that front foot, rooting yourself. And if you can, open up a little bit more. So nice open throat, breathing spaciousness into the body, aware of the spaciousness around you. You can even hold the gesture here. Good. Exhale. Come back through Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Relax your arms. Bring both feet forward. Pause just for a breath or 2 here. And then the other side. Float the arms out as you bend the front knee, coming into Warrior 2. Find your alignment, so your solidity, your stability in the lower body, and then come into the Exalted Warrior. Feel that press down and forward into the front foot, the rear extension through the back leg. And if you can, open up a little bit more. Beautiful. Exhale through Warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bring both feet forward. And now we're going to swan dive forward. Leading with the chest, nice open neck. And then relax as you come forward, either bringing your hands to the floor if they reach, or holding your elbows if they don't, or holding onto your legs, whatever feels good for you. Release the crown. Breathe into the back of the body. Good. And as you come up, reverse Swan dive if you can. Nice strong core muscles here. But if there is something going on in your low back, instead bend the knees and come up this way. Excellent. Relax the arms, step the feet in. Once again, just close the eyes, go inside, feeling sensations, pulsations. The movement of energy felt a sensation. The spaciousness inside, filled with prana, with this subtle energy, or chi, whatever you want to call it. The space around you filled with energy. Holding the gesture to increase your awareness of it, perhaps. Breathing like a sponge through all the cells of the body, through all the pores of the skin. Good. And release the mudra if you're holding it. And we're going to do a reverse ragdoll back down to the floor. So stand with your feet about hip width apart. Let the head go first. And then the shoulders round. Slowly coming down towards the floor. Melting, the knees bend more. Coming first onto the knees. And then shift your hips to one side. And scoot up to the top of your mat, feet flat, knees bent. And roll on down. Feeling that nice release as your body makes contact with the floor. You might want to adjust your hips a little bit. Let your knees fall in for a moment. Holding the mudra here if you like. Pausing to assimilate. Good. Now go ahead and hug the knees in, nice and tight, pressing thighs into the belly, spine into the floor. Rocking a little bit, or circling knees around. Good. Now bring your feet to the floor and then walk your heels in towards your buttocks. Arms alongside the body with the palms facing down. And we're going to do the rolling bridge. So in this movement, we want that down and forward pressure through the feet, similar to what we do in the standing poses. And as you inhale, pressing into the feet, raise the hips up towards the ceiling. Some of you might be able to go all the way on up to your shoulders. And as you exhale, slowly lower the hips back down. Wonderful massage for the spine. And this movement is also, will stimulate the area of the throat. Inhaling as the hips come up, rolling all the way up to the shoulders if you can. And exhale, slowly rolling down, one vertebra at a time. And go ahead and do this a few more times with your own breath. You can even gently squeeze the buttocks as you reach the top. And then relax as you come down. And one more time. This time, as your hips make contact, completely let go and relax. Release your arms out to the sides, either straight or bending up at the elbows if you are short on room like I am. And bring the knees in towards the chest. Drop your knees to your right as you turn your head to the left, turning your head, looking out at your elbow or your fingers if your arms are extended. Your right hand comes on top of your left thigh. Couple breaths here. Good. Then release your right hand. Slowly come into the twist on the other side. Take your time. Enjoy the transition. Left hand to right thigh. Head turns and looks to your right. Breathing into the stretch or the tightness and letting go. Good. Inhale back to center. And now go ahead and stretch out into corpse pose. You might need to readjust yourself on the mat. Feet slightly separated, shoulders relaxed, palms turned up. Closing your eyes, just relax inward. Let go into the force of gravity. Feeling your body become heavy. Feel or imagine yourself breathing through all the pores of the skin simultaneously. Aware of the space within, aware of the space around you. And within that space, boundless amounts of prana or chi or subtle energy, soaking it in like a sponge. And now just relax and let go into that spaciousness. And you can stay here for as long as you like. But I'll end with a yogi's prayer. Om Shanti Peace. May all beings in all the realms be happy. May all beings in all the realms know peace. And may we also always be happy and always know peace.